Welcome back to Up Front. With the state in the midst of the worst recession in decades, would you want to be governor right now? For our next guest, that's an easy yes. Milwaukee County Executive Scott Walker recently announced his bid for the Republican nomination. This is his first visit to Up Front as an official candidate. Mr. County Executive, good to have you with us today.
Good to be back. Good to be back for the first time
as an official.
That's right.
That's right. Have to ask you about the budget situation. We were talking about that in the last segment. If you were governor today, where would you be focusing your attention? What would be the first order of business to you to address this stuff?
So everybody else is tightening up their belts. Everybody else is holding the line. I think we have to start in state government, and that would be wage and benefits. Certainly that's a big piece like it is at the county, local level of governments. We'd have to do more with state employee wage and benefits.
Well, very briefly, would you eliminate more state jobs?
Yes. We're going to have to look at shrinking the size of government. We're going to have to look at shrinking, more importantly, the size of wages and benefits to really match with where most people are in society today.
As you announce your candidacy, you mentioned the state's unemployment rate, and you seem to suggest that that was the fault of Governor Doyle. Is that a fair criticism, given the fact this is a global recession?
Well, I think it's a global recession, but I think our situation is worse here than most other states in the region and certainly across the country.
But let me turn that around, because if those are fair criticisms of the governor, there are going to be people who say, look, Milwaukee County has the highest poverty rate in the state. We're losing jobs in the city of Milwaukee, your largest municipality, at a rate almost unmatched by any other big city. Do you share any responsibility for that?
Everybody does, but in this case, the state of Wisconsin has done specific things, policy-wise, that have affected jobs here. Those things affect the city of Milwaukee, they affect the suburbs, they affect all of southeast Wisconsin. For that matter, they affect all the state of Wisconsin. When you look at the tax increases, the $1.2 billion worth of new taxes that Jim Doyle signed off in February.
Do you think you bear any responsibility for the numbers that I just mentioned, for the poverty rate, for the lack of employment right now in this community?
No, for us, that's been an issue for years. You know, Milwaukee, long before I came into office, has had a high poverty rate. It's a challenge that we all face, but it's one of those things where you look at what are the mechanisms for us to correct that. What are the things we either make better or worse? Politicians don't create jobs, they don't eliminate jobs, they create an environment where people can better create jobs or not create jobs. And under this governor, he's made it much more difficult. The things that we've done in the county, conversely, to make it more affordable to work here, to make it more affordable to create jobs here, have actually tried to help to that, despite the damage we've had from state government.
Milwaukee County Executive and gubernatorial candidate Scott Walker, thanks very much for your time. We appreciate it.
Good to be with you, Mike.